Sunday morning, July 20th. It's your man Rico. It's over my YouTube channel, fam. Y'all, excuse me. I'm getting ready to do one of these. Whew, beautiful runs this morning. I like to do them in the morning as well as the evening. The sun isn't so bright right now, but it's getting there. But yeah, I like to sweat. It helps the melanin to pop, you know. Y'all continue to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Hit that bell, the notification button, all of that cool stuff. Because I'm almost there. Well, I'm at 941 subscribers. I need about 1,200. So we're getting there. I appreciate y'all. Continue to spread word that this YouTube channel is the place where opinions will be allowed to just soar. And also, this is the official home of my opinions as Rico the Opinionist. I just want to make this quick video. I know I always say quick, but y'all know thoughts that start entering my mind as I begin to speak. So, let me say this. Y'all see the title of this video, right? Pay us what you owe us, says the women of the WNBA. You know what, that whole statement sounds very familiar. Pay us what you owe us. Sounds like it was lifted from somewhere. Doesn't that sound familiar? Y'all heard some people say that before? Heard that statement somewhere? Pay us who owe us. That sounds very familiar, women of the WNBA. It's usually when the demand for reparations for an unpaid debt by this country for 320 years of free labor and 100 years of Jim Crow laws, segregation laws, and all of this, of trauma and torture and bombing and stealing of land and moving people from their property through eminent domain, or just flat out just torture and attacks. Yeah, there's a debt to be paid to foundational Black Americans. Pay us what you owe us. And it's interesting, out of all this time we've said this forever, and we've always been told, pull yourself up by your bootstrap. That's in the past. But we've had to sit back and watch this very country give billions of dollars to other countries, give it to white Ukrainians who are part Jewish to fund their war. We've had to watch them give $26 billion to Asians and billions of dollars to immigrants and spend billions of dollars to protect illegal immigrants. Black people now, we have to sit here and watch that and unfortunately, we've had to sit back and watch and then be attacked when we mention these things. Damn. Oh yeah, even with Japanese back in the day, we were at war. This country's at war with Japan. They put the folks who were over here from Japan in concentration camps where they should be, if not expelled outside the country, because hell, they were fighting their country. Years later, they were given an apology and reparations. As we speak right now, the mayor of Los Angeles is putting together a reparations packet for illegal immigrants. A Democrat in Chicago gave reparations, or just gave out $1 billion to illegal and undocumented immigrants. Then you have Governor of Maryland strike down a veto reparations study. He had the Governor of California veto, along with the help of the Black Assembly, the Black elected assemblymen and women in California, to shoot down a reparations packet that would have guaranteed at least $1.2 million for each Black Angelinian, whatever they call those folks, Black person in Los Angeles who suffered the trauma of racism, systematic in that state. So with all these efforts and our demand to say, pay us what you owe us, all they just go ignored. And then these entitled women of the WNBA, these arrogant women of the WNBA. And I'm saying it because we're gonna come down to business. What is it that y'all the old ladies of the WNBA? What are y'all old? The NBA. What's that word they use? Give us sense. The WNBA. It made the WNBA possible. Last year or year before that, WNBA suffered a $40 million loss in revenue. Nobody was going to the games buying the t-shirts. And then they got this spike in interest when they exploited a black female by the name of Angel Reese. When they exploited her and she allowed herself to be exploited, they put the white against black. And the white media went with that and pushed that, which drummed up a lot of interest. And they created this war. It's almost like this Brandy versus Monica nonsense. That's what they did with the WNBA. And unfortunately, a lot of black people, especially a lot of black men, allowed themselves to become a part of that nonsense. So Angel Reese is being looked at forever as the villainess of the WNBA, and the white girl who just as full of shit. But she gets to use her white woman tears and her liberal coat, liberal shield, like, oh my God, it's not like that. I'm not trying to do it, not trying to be like that. And do all kinds of just be looked at as the damsel in distress. Even with the help of a lot of black sportscasters. And so, I don't understand how they're making this demand and y'all don't make the money. You want to be paid $20 million a year, but y'all don't even really generate that amount of money, even with the false controversy y'all created to destroy the image of a young woman. Now, Angel Reese is no angel. She's ignorant. She doesn't know when to hush. She says a lot of misandrous, anti-men statements, feminist foolishness. But still, the reality, the facts are what they are. She allows herself to be exploited just to generate excitement. And then it came out that what's her name, Caitlin Clark is the one that they're pushing as this mega star. But Angel Reese said it right. That they come to see two people, me and her. She wasn't lying. Y'all got to stop tripping now. She wasn't lying when she said that. That people like to come see Superman, that they've deemed Superman, and they like to see Lex Luthor. Believe it or not, people like to see both of them win, but I didn't like that Angel Reese allowed herself to be. And she said, okay, I'll be the villain. You shouldn't have done that. Who are your people, Angel Reese? You should have never done that, sweetheart. You don't let nobody set you up like that. Hell yeah, and it's okay to critique her. RG3, shut the fuck up, bro. That's some personal stuff. Just cut it out, bro. You like the Stephen A. Smith of Oreos. Stop. But look, WNBA, y'all are getting paid what y'all generate. WNBA, the NBA is a multi-billion-dollar year corporation. Y'all are like its non-profit foundation. Y'all, that's what y'all are. You know, the WNBA came out of, well, we want to start one too, but you need men's money in order to do that. Nobody wants to acknowledge that fact. Then you want to try to shame men. You've already shamed a lot of these beta male simps in the NBA to go on. That's right, they should get paid more. They should be this. Well, go out and make more. Earn the money. Fill up stadiums, the stands that's got more than 5,000 seats. Go fill up stadiums that's got 50 to 60,000 like the NBA. Prove your worth, not just because of your gender, and that's unfair. When you push that, then you want to push misogyny if someone decides they don't want to support it. That's not how that works. You can't shame people. Men anymore of misogyny, being called misogynist or sexist. Men are not afraid of that anymore. So ladies, y'all got to come up with some numbers instead of name calling. Come up with the numbers, ladies. Now, I'm going to say to you, I've had the opportunity to attend at least 3 WNBA games here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Just shout out to the Dallas Wings. And let me, I got a chance to check out 3 of them. Now I will say, some of my perceptions of the WNBA games have kind of changed a little bit. But do I think they should get paid $20 million, whatever? No, but who gives a shit though? If they want to pay them, pay them. But you, like every corporation, they demand that you prove your worth, I guess. And ladies, you haven't proved your worth. Corporations like to make money. If it's something that they pour money into, it's called a nonprofit. And no one really expects to just generate funds off of a nonprofit, ladies. Let me go back to, I've had the pleasure of going to at least 3. No, I'm sorry, working, because I work this little part-time hustle that allows me to do security and crowd management at football games, professional football games, and all that cool stuff. So a few of my assignments have been to work like security / crowd management at least so far 3 WNBA games. And I must say, they're exciting because it's mainly women in there. There are guys there as well, cheering on. And one of the last games, I said, damn, I almost found myself cheering. I said, am I about to cheer? No, because if you haven't attended a WNBA game, go check it out. Let's not have any preconceived notions. They do play hard and rough, but it's almost like watching your daughter play high school basketball. They play just rough like that. They throw fouls, elbows, and all that. But if you're just a sports junkie, you find some excitement in it. The ladies are skilled. They are skilled in basketball, but it's just a difference. Nobody's dunking or anything, but they're definitely elbowing and fouling each other. But I enjoyed the games. Just watching, checking them out. So okay, cool, but they're just not $20 million person kind of worth of enjoyment. The ladies, they show up there, and I as a man, I'm like, okay, look at all these women in this game. But at least 48% of them are, coming there lesbian couples. So, take that how you want to. Very LGBT heavy in these games, and it's a different vibe, but it is what it is. So, ladies, thank y'all for popularizing our demands as foundational Black Americans in this country as it relates to reparations that you owe us. Thank you for bringing that to the forefront. Maybe they won't attack y'all as hard as they do us, those of us who know that reparations are due. Thank you for popularizing that phrase, that demand again, because now I want to get me a t-shirt made that says, pay us what you owe us. But I'm not a hater. Good luck in your endeavor. You may shame the right CEO or shame and get the right president or the right booster member, whatever. You may shame the right man to say, okay, all right, Gatorade. No, y'all. One thing about it, they get their sponsors, but they probably don't pay as to them as they did a Kobe or LeBron or any other NBA players with. But they get a lot of sponsorship thanks to the Caitlin Clark Angel. In WNBA has really economically, they've come up more than they've done in the past 10 years or so than they have since the league has been in existence. They have come up. A lot of them are getting deals. Caitlin Clark is getting multi-million-dollar deals. Angel Reese is getting her fair share, but if she could change her image a little more and stop walking around here in booty shorts and stop putting all these halfway nude pictures on the Instagram, really, take a few pointers on how Caitlin Clark is carrying herself. Caitlin Clark, and I haven't been on Instagram. I don't know if she's anti-man stuff, anti-relationships, a bunch of feminist nonsense on her social media. I don't know if she does that, but I doubt she does do that. It's just these little Black females around here, shooting themselves in the foot with all this anti-man rhetoric. It doesn't work because, sweetheart, you can't be anti-man and you're trying to seek a husband, or you can't be anti-man and want men to fund your revolution. You understand that? But anyway, if you're a guy out there or a woman, if you have not experienced a WNBA game, go ahead and get a ticket. They don't cost that much. Check it out. You'll find yourself being pleasantly, find it to be a very pleasant experience. But do I think their worth as individuals, even their top so-called superstars, worth $25 million a year? Of course not. The money that they're making, money that they've earned, that they've generated. Now, if they could turn $1 billion as a league, they've been going on for 10 years. I know it was the ABA, then it was the NBA, but at some point they got to that $1 billion a year annual gross. So WNBA, y'all probably have 10 more years, and people get more interest in it, and y'all probably start earning the money, which will allow yourself worth a $25 million contract. $25 million over 5 years, or $75 million over 6 years. The cash. But anyway, let me go ahead and get my run on. Y'all be cool. See what this is. Let's see. Who's T Mac? He said, "You pretty as hell arguing about women's sports. You got that weak beta male energy." I'm not arguing. Who is this? T Mac? What's up? Thank you. Have you subscribed to my channel? Because I don't argue. I'm just giving my opinion. Arguing if I'll be like on a podcast going back and forth. And by the way, you can see that shaming language. That stuff doesn't work, men. Arguing about female sports. We can argue in case of arguing. We can argue about whatever the fuck we want to. Who are you? Or anybody else that has that weird energy. So if a man speaks on women's behavior or sports or what they wear, they're arguing, and beta male, no. See, a beta male wouldn't say nothing about this shit. They'll just let it go. Nah, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be called no names. See, that's a beta male. But a man don't give two fucks about what you think, T-Max, or anybody else. We're going to speak the truth or share our opinions. But I appreciate you, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Now, if you go get too out of line with the nonsense, I'm your ass. But anyway, be cool. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back. I may go live again a couple of more times because there's a few other topics I want to talk about. I'm Rico the Opinionist, and I'll talk to y'all later. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And that Cash App is always popping. Go to the description box. Y'all be cool. Peace.